Off the bat, we got the first wave of this heat. Oh, Johan Florentine finding a keg of a barrel. Pulls a big roll at the end of that one. Oh, my. The Reunion Island rider is putting together a solid first wave. And
how is that? Like the last heat, nothing came through.
nothing.
This heat is not 1 minute old, and Johan Florentine there gets a barrel, smacks 2 rolls.
Let's take another look.
Look, leg stall. We're seeing that now, driving through the barrel.
His hair's still dry.
Straight through, shampoo on the end, nice roll, full extension. Eyes it off again in the pocket, drives up, second roll, high scoring wave.
I think that is the first wave we've seen completed in and out barrel, big move with the hair still dry.
Yeah. Having a drink there, but if you remember the days, Manny, we used to have the US Open down in Huntington with the surfers, and we were there 1 year with Tubes. Remember, we did the signing at the front of Jack's Surf and Sport there, which is for those that don't know, it's one of the most iconic surf shops in the world, right on the boardwalk there at Huntington Beach in California. So we had Paul Roach, Manny, Russ McBride, all the Tubes boys down there. We probably had a good 3,000 people lined up to get signatures. But Rob Machado, he had the fro going on, and he'd paddle way out through the pier so he wouldn't get the fro done. You know? So I always remember he was a bit of a poof to doing that. But yeah, the dry hair. But yeah, that was some funny memories for us. And I'm not saying that Johan's the same as Chob, because he's definitely a different guy, young fella. And he's on the World Tour next year. Sergio Alonso from Venezuela.
Yep.
And he was a kid. They went down there a couple of years ago, remember? And for a contest. And I think he won it. And they were like, the local kid, where the hell did this kid come from?
Yeah, and he's been stomping his way up the pro ranks since then. So this is going to be another stacked heat. But as you can see, they're all chilling and waiting for the next set to roll through. That'll give us a perfect time to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody, once again to the NMD versus Fronton Pro, brought to you by You Riding Alpha Campaign, 662 Mob, and Like Bodyboarding. Johan Florentine, this is what went down during the commercial break.
So he's pulling to this one here in the pit.
Oh, my.
I think the hair got wet on that one.
Yes, it did.
It messed up the do. And
nice barrel roll.
That was a true barrel roll, yeah.
That was sick. Johan Florentine with 2 solid waves right off the bat. Oh, my. With 4 minutes have gone by, and he's already clocked an 8.13 and a 6.5. The other 2 guys haven't caught anything.
Yeah, well, he's just dominated the heat already. 5 minutes in, he's got 2 high-scoring waves. So
wow.
The pressure's on Pierre-Louis Costes and Sergio Alonso.
That is the first time that's happened so far in today's competition. Actually, probably in the entire competition. One rider taking the first 2 waves, and both of them being in the high score, high point range.
Well, I think Hubby guy did that. Hubby just went boom, 8.
Yeah, that's
8.5, and he went ahead of rest. Then we got Specker to paddle him out some breakfast, and he had a rest out the back. But yeah, well, Johan definitely's got the connection with Huey, and his timing's working there on those ones. As a lump sort of pops its head up, not too much happening.
Here's a couple more things that popped up on our Facebook page. Leon Takumoto Rickson says, he just wanted to say, what's up to Mez? I have my 08 BP since release and has increased, warped, or snapped. A stringer still as good as new. Would like to say you make the best boards and keep on going. Cheers.
Thank you, Leon. That's very kind words. you must have kept it in the cupboard for a while, because boards do break down. But no, I appreciate the kind words. And it's Johan again. Heavy drop in the pit.
Wow.
Straight through, and he's just got it dialed.
Johan
ARS.
Florentine, holy mackerel.
All over it.
If he can hold on to that rhythm all the way through the event, he's going to take this thing. Oh, big flip out the back. This is Sergio Alonso, super lightweight kid.
What does that kid weigh, 40 kilos?
He's I mean, featherweight for sure. Little paddle battle.
He's throwing the kitchen furniture around.
Sergio Alonso in the white jersey from Venezuela. New kid on the block. He is heading out. Johan Florentine as well. Look at this airdrop right here. Boom.
Boom. Straight into the pit. Spreads the legs. Comes through the doggy door. Eyes it off. Stalls. Hits the roll. Inside. ARS. Mistaken from me. And another scoring wave. So that might better as 6.5, which will just solidify his lead with Pierre-Louis Costes still to catch a wave as we look at Pierre there with the French do.
You can see the wind starting to come up, a little texture on the water. And here's Sergio Alonso's last wave, the Venezuelan grommet, going for an ARS. Got semi-projected, but try to whip that around really quick. Not as pretty as some of the other ones we've seen from him, but it was a completed move nonetheless.
Well, it's interesting. You look at guys like Sergio Alonso, who are very small riders, and to some extent Jeff Hubbard. And we have the bigger guys like your Sam Bennett's and your Nick Omerod. I mean, these guys 6'2", 6'4", like big units. And I mean, Nick Omerod just killed it in his heat. You know, awesome barrels. But when he does the roll, does the ARS, doesn't get the same projection because he's a bigger guy. He's got a bigger frame, but it's beautiful to watch.
Well, I mean, here at Fronton, you do have the power. There's Sasha on the foreground again. This guy is an animal. But yes, you do have the power here at Fronton for the guys like Nick and Sam to actually get projected and tossed out into the flats. So, and then you get Sergio and Jeff on the same waves.
Yeah.
And these guys are going to go flying. So,
especially in conditions like today, you know, it's a little bit smaller than yesterday, and like definitely Yere Martinez. You know, he's a local out here, an enforcer, strong guy. You know, and he's just praying for the big stuff to show the lightweights, you know, what he can do. And Delos, the same. You know, he killed it yesterday, and today the waves were smaller and a bit tougher for him. So, yeah, I mean, it's conditions for the lightweight guys. We've got Pierre-Louis Costes, who's one of the best. You know, one of the small guys, smaller frame, can do the backflip. You know, like he's painted a move, and he's waiting for a wave. You got a small one. It was a 1.08, so not much on that wave.
We're going to run down with the situation right when we get back from this interview. Alex Leon is with the winner of the last heat. Alex, where you at, brother?
Yeah, thanks, Manny. Down here with a local wildcard, Elliot Morales from Canary Islands, surfing incredible. Again, we saw him last year doing the exact same thing. Elliot, felicidades.
Thank you very much, all the people to watch this comp. And yeah, I'm so happy because all the hits is hard, you know, all the ride is really good level. And yeah, I passed the next hit. I hope I can surf well like this hit. So thank you, everybody.
You're into the next round, which is round 5, non-elimination, 4-man heats. Hopefully we see some more huge moves from you.
Yeah, I hope so. I think the wave looked good for all the comp. So I think this comp will be sick.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Well, you're a very dangerous competitor. In my eyes, one of the most dangerous here. You can break many hearts and many dreams. So good luck for the rest, and spoils to Victor.
Thanks, Alex.
All right, back to you, Manny. Elliot Morales, local wildcard, advancing through.
All right, Johan Florentine right there with a solid, another solid wave. This guy is just a machine out there right now.
Well, he's probably got like 4 waves with the other guy still on 1. So he's getting his quota ticking over there, and not giving the boys a chance to get a sniff. So here's a replay. You can see the wind, like Manny said, is getting in there. The barrel didn't cooperate. Nice roll and solid landing. But yeah, the wind is whipping up a bit here, but that's not too much of an alarm, because with this break, the wind moves around a lot. It can come up and it can back right off. So hopefully it doesn't become too strong, and conditions tell us that hopefully is not the case. But Johan Florentine dominating this heat so far.
Wow, Johan Florentine from the Reunion Island.
Johan.
He is. I wonder if he's excited to get back to St. Lou, which is on the 2013 Grand Slam series going back to Reunion Island. That's going to be exciting. But he is absolutely dominating right now. And a big shout out to all my drunk Mexican bodyboarder friends in Mazatlan, Manny Zunza. I don't know if they're drunk or not.
Where were they? Where were they?
In Mexico.
What was that word?
Well, he said drunk, but you know what?
Where are they? In the
they're in Mexico.
Okay, I thought that word was like a tongue twister.
They're in Mazatlan right now, and I'm sure a bunch of my friends in Cabo are tuned in, as well as Puerto Escondido. So shout out to everybody tuning in. And another question right here to you, Mez. Cody Sykes wants to know, what's your favorite part about shaping a bodyboard and why?
Favorite part? I mean, it's a process. So some of it takes a bit more effort than other parts. I mean, the best part's when it's completed. So when you've got the final board and you roll the edges, you seal up the edges, the seams, the open seams, and you just make that, that finishes the board off. Then you pick it up in your hand, you can feel the finish, and you apply the logos, and there's the package, and you know that board's going to go off to a band player or a Dave Winchester or all these different riders, and I mean that's pretty cool to be able to do that and watch these guys come to a location like Fronton or Pipeline and watch them actually use your craft and win world titles and win contests is for us, it's the icing on the cake. All my friends that are shapers, all the names I mentioned before. We do that, and let's not. There's the pros, and we love that. But I mean, you get just as much stoke if you walk into a shop. There's one of your boards that you've had a hand in making, and some kid buys it, takes it, rides a wave, and that gives you a stoke as well. So I mean, for Cody's question, it doesn't really say there's he asked what's the favorite part. Well, it's all of it. I enjoy all of it, and I enjoy the final product and what it gives to the guys out there, the guys and the girls and the kids and the dads and the guys. So yeah, it's I'm lucky to be able to do a job I enjoy, and plenty of people don't get to do that, so I can't complain. And I've lived in Indonesia now for 10 years, which is a new experience. It was for me 10 years ago. It's old hat now, but adjusted my life for it. And
how's the family adjusting?
Yeah, I mean, my youngest son, Archie, he's 5 years old, and he's been there for 4 of his 5 years, so he's pretty much Balinese. And my oldest son, Hudson, he's been the same period of time, but it's half his life. And they've got the American private school or international school twang, so they come back to Australia to get paid out for sounding like Yanks, but they're enjoying it, and my wife Kelly enjoys it. There's good days and bad days like anywhere else. I mean, Bali has a lot of problems now with rubbish infrastructure, traffic, rubbish.
There's traffic in Bali?
Dude, it's insane. Yeah, well, I mean, I think the statistic was that Bali has the highest rate of car sales in Indonesia. And as tourism comes into Bali in a big way, the villas and that, the Balinese become more wealthy. The middle class comes up, and what do? They buy cars. So yeah, it's paradise is definitely getting a bit squashed.
Oh man,
and it's sad to see. And it's you could say it's foreigners, but it's locals as well. As the big Jakarta companies come down and build hotels and something like 120,000 rooms were opened up in the last 4 years. So the heats are don't have much of a change yet. Pierre is still looking for a decent wave, so he must be getting frustrated. Half the heat's gone, and he's still got a 1.08. Sergio Alonso is looking for the second wave. He's got a 5.08, but needs a 9.55 to get anywhere near Johan Florentin, who's running away with it with an 8.13 and a 6.5. for a total score of 14.63. And the heat started thick and fast, and it's died off a bit. As we see Pierre paddling off there to his right, have a look at this one.
He needs a wave. That's what it comes down to. He's halfway through the heat, and he has a 1.01 wave, only one wave. Again, these are 30-minute heats. Top 2 waves are scored. Top 2 riders will advance on to round number 4. So to see PLC get knocked out at the early round is going to be pretty interesting. If he doesn't do anything quick soon, that could be a reality.
Well, there's a lump here in the background that's looking good. He's paddling around for it, stalking it down, and is he going to go? I think he is. No, let it go. And who has got it? Johan Florentin.
Johan Florentin, man, this guy's gotten so many waves so far compared to everybody else. I mean, that was his 5th wave already, and Sergio and Pierre only have one wave under their belt.
Well, I mean, Pierre needs the wave, but he has priority, I think. So you may wonder why he didn't take that wave with a 1.08, but he has to calculate if that wave is going to give him a score. Otherwise, he loses priority. So if he's got priority, which I think he still has, he'll pick and choose which wave he wants. So he's not going to give that up for a wave he believes won't give him the score, and that was the right decision to make there from PLC.
So now he's pretty much has his back up against the wall. Now it's a matter of letting the time tick by, but at the same time, if he doesn't do anything quick, he needs he could be knocked out, essentially.
He could. This was the scene of the crime last year where Pierre won his world title.
Yeah.
You know, we saw the scenes last year. It was pumping Fronton and was a semi or a quarter final. And he pumping the fists out there as he won his first world title, the second Frenchman to win the world title. And still a young guy, 21, 22, something like that. And big year for him last year. And then this year, just promoting the fact that he is the world champion and doing the right thing for the sponsors and taking the sport to new places over here in Europe where the sport is booming. So Pierre, what a difference a year makes, as they say. But he's still in the world tour for next year.
Yeah.
I believe he's sitting pretty on that. So he won't want to throw this away. He does have 13 minutes, so it's not all over for him. He's in position, in priority, and we'll see what comes in these last 13 minutes.
If you're just joining us, this is the NMD versus Fronton Pro. Manny V here with Nick Mesritz, a.k.a. Mez. This event is brought to you by uriding.com, Alpha Campaign, 662 Mob, and Like Bodyboarding. U-Riding has set up a wave of the day for the next, until the 23rd of December. On the wave of the day, you get the best points. You will walk away with a prize package. And today, Medusa has thrown into the package deal. So the best rider on today's wave of the day, which is Mundaka, will walk away with a pretty cool prize from Medusa. So get on there. I'll see you on later today after the live broadcast on uriding.com. So Mez holding it down here in the hot seat. We're winding down. We're past the halfway point in this heat number 7. Round number 3, PLC in third place, looking for a 4.01. In second place, Sergio Alonso only has one wave as well. Johan Florentine is like in a different world right now. He clocked that 8.13 and 6.5 right off the bat within the first 7 minutes of this heat.
It was really slowed down, Manny. Like, we haven't had much action coming through. And the next heat's stacked. We've got Ben Player, Jake Stone, and Jason Finlay. So, 3 of my riders in the same heat. So one's got to miss out, unfortunately. But the boys, they're going to be going for gold out there. And, they're all mates. They're all living in the same house over here in Goldar. But I'm sure they've split up now and they're off doing their pre-heat warm-up, if not walking down to the rocks.
Oh, man.
So, we've got the seasoned veteran Ben Player and the two young guns in Jake Stone and Jace Finlay. And we know that Jace won this last year, much bigger conditions. And he can still rip the small stuff, though. And Jake got the monkey off his back yesterday, getting through his heat. And he was stoked with that, winning the heat. And it'll be interesting to see who does what. So we got Pierre here on the left-hander. Punches off his back.
There it is.
You
That's
wouldn't
the
expect
back
anything
flip.
else.
Yeah. That was a one maneuver wave for PLC, but it's going to, he needed that second wave. But look at this. Sergio Alonso answers back with this big roll on the outside, comes to the inside section, and nothing there for him. Then he kicks out. So PLC's backflip, probably a little bit higher scoring than Sergio Alonso's drawn out big roll right there. But again, they probably will be even.
Yeah, I mean, we look at here. We've got Pierre's. Look at Pierre, his line. His line's totally, he knows what he's doing on that line. Draws a nice line. Good extension on the back flip. Pulls out. Not a big wave. And then we look here on Sergio's wave on the replay. And watch how when he makes the landing, he slips a bit. I think that comes from Venezuela not being a big wave location. And Sergio still learning what to do here. So we'll see he comes off the bottom, bounces, smacks the roll. And you watch here when he lands. Boom. Slip, slip, slip. Before he grabs the rail again. And that's, I guess, weight.
It could probably
strength.
be the weight.
Yep. and he doesn't get to surf these types of waves often. And we have Jace Finlay, 2011 Fronton champion.
Wow, look how cute that is. I'm talking about the feet.
Mandy, I think you just dug yourself a hole there, mate. Well, we'll let his girlfriend worry about that one. But yeah, Jace Finlay getting ready against his good mates and stable mates, Jake Stone and Ben Player. So Jakey there getting the wax off Jace. So taking this one serious, you can tell by the faces. But there's father figure Ryan Hardy. He's going to totally hate me now for all these old man digs. But don't worry, Ryan, I'm way older than you are, mate. So yeah.
You see Mark McCarthy in the foreground. Elliot Butler also as well in the foreground. Jake Stone in the white jersey getting ready. Jason Finlay, he is your 2012 winner from last year.
Sorry, my years are screwed up.
But yeah, he's going to go back out there and try to hold it down.
He's our 2012 winner from last year.
2011 winner from the Fronton Pro.
Yes.
What did I say?
2012.
Oh, thank you.
It's 2 beers you owe me.
Well, I got my autocorrect dictionary right next to me.
School
But
teacher.
currently out in the water, we have 8 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. PLC taking a look at that left, not there for him.
Well, let's go back to those scores, Manny. So we see Pierre with that backflip got a 7.15. So that's a good scoring wave. That is the second highest scoring wave of the heat. And that puts us in an interesting position where Johan Florentine is running away with it. But with one rider going out, we've got a battle for second with Sergio Alonso and Pierre-Louis Costes. So Pierre just needs a 3.26 to better his lowest scoring wave, which was a 1.08, which will put him into second place and keep him going in the contest. So we have a battle now for second, and we're not sure of the priority, who's got what, but that's what we're looking at now. And Pierre can take the lead if he nails out another big scoring wave. He'll leapfrog Johan Florentine. So we're talking before how it doesn't have to happen right at the front. You've got 30 minutes to
You're right.
do what you got to do, and 7 minutes to go. There's plenty of time.
Johan Florentine is currently leading the charge, but yes, as Mez was saying, I mean, it comes down to the very last second. When the horn is tooted, that will determine who advances on and who falls out of the event. But PLC, he's only looking for a 3.26 for second. That is totally possible. That could be just a quick maneuver on a medium-sized wave. And but PLC, interestingly enough, waited, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes just to catch his second wave. So, but it's not his fault. Mother Nature has decided to take a little break.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw Johan snaggle 5 waves in quick succession, 4 or 5 waves. So but what happens here at Fronton, you can see it, is that as the set waves come through, but in between sets, there are these waves that come through and offer up some good stuff on the inside. I think that's what happened with Johan. Like, while the other guys were sitting out the back, he paddled back, saw a couple come through, took his opportunities, and got some scoring waves. So tactics play a big part, and they will now in the last 6 or 7 minutes as the boys battle with priority, and they look to see, keep each other out and get through to the next round.
Sergio Alonso and PLC, nobody's talking to each other out there. It must
Probably all speak foreign languages, mate. I mean, Venezuela, what they speak.
Spanish, and then you got the 2 Frenchmen, but even they're not even speaking to each other.
Yeah,
Very
well,
interesting.
That's business, as we said,
Yep.
And you see some of the guys talking in the heats. I saw the first heat on the first day with Jace and the boys, and they stone, paper, scissors to see who took off on the first wave, So that's one way. And then you get the more serious guys that aren't going to look at people and have the stares down pat and play the mind games. So we'll see a couple of lumps coming through now. Johan Florentine going this one, scrapes into it.
Slides
turns. Little air forward on that one. Not too much happening. It was a completed maneuver, but not a big wave, and only a single maneuver wave. So I don't know if that'll better his score, but once again, Johan is just dominating the wave count here and running away with it, as we said. Whereas He's just given up priority if he had it. I'm not sure if he did, but now we've got white and red. So Sergio Alonso in white and Pierre-Louis Costes in red. And between the two of them, one has the first priority, one has the second. So they're just timing it down now with 4.5 minutes to go. So here's Sergio Alonso again. Pulls up, doesn't really barrel, little air forward. Yeah, probably like about 5 inches of separation from the wave there.
Johan Florentine?
Johan Florentine, what did I say?
Sergio Alonso.
Sorry,
we're
Sergio.
Even. Look at this, PLC. The sun has come out. The wind looked like it just dropped just a little bit. Nice, clean drop into the barrel. Hair is flying all over the place. Maybe you need to put that thing in a ponytail.
He needs a haircut for sure, Manny. You know, we have to show him a thing or two about haircuts as we are follically challenged ourselves. But Pierre, he's rocking the French mane there, you know, which may be good on land, but was putting the blinders on in that pit. So I think we might see the ponytail busting out in later rounds, Manny.
Well, we are coming down to the wire right here with 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining, and PLC probably will have it that 3.25 score he was looking for to jump into that second place spot.
You'd think
Again,
so.
These are 30-minute heats. Top 2 waves are scored. 2 riders, there it is, 3.7 is what he just got it. So 3.7 is PLC's lowest score. Look at him turning around, taking a look. He's actually going to go for it.
We realized he didn't have priority. You know, he was with third priority, so he's like, I'll take what I can get. Does a backflip on the inside there, and that could potentially be better than the wave he just got, the set wave. So that's strategy. You know, PLC's a young guy, but he's been competing now for years, since he was 16, 17. And he knew he didn't have priority, so he looked at that inside wave and took it and got a little scoring wave. And if it's a 4, that might be the difference between second and third. So we see Johan scratching here. Can't see what's out, but he must have priority. No, he lets that one go. So we're counting down now with 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go and counting. Interesting
to see how the sun makes a difference. Look at this, PLC's last wave. This was one of his, the inside ones, and he perfect backflip right there. Not a bigger wave, not a, I mean, it's a backflip, but he's actually going to go back out and try to find a bigger wave to do a bigger backflip. He's got those things on lockdown.
I talked to Jake Stone yesterday, and we talked strategy, and I sort of said, I noticed you took an inside wave. You know, what was the go there? And he said, well, he's been talking to Hub, and Hub said, hey, if you don't have priority, look on the inside, because these ones do come through, you know. So what would happen there is that if he gets a small one, he can get a scoring wave. Then a set comes through, and he can be first in position for first priority for the next one. So a lump here, Sergio looking at it and decides not to go, and I don't know if that was the right or wrong thing. Could have been a good scoring wave there. Short one, but with 1:47, time could run out. So Sergio's heading off to the left, was Jorn paddles right. And so Sergio's going to this one here. We'll see what happens. Yes. Drops down. Here he comes.
Oh, here he comes around the section.
No. You see, and that's the way it is with the ocean. That first wave he opted to let go, could have been the one he needed to get ahead of Pierre. Pierre's score, that backflip, the inside wave we're talking about, was a 4.53, Manny. So it was the right strategy. You know, he bettered his score of the 3.7, solidified the lead, whereas Sergio let the first set wave of the set go, which looked to me like the scoring wave. Yeah. Opted for the second one, the bigger one, and it didn't happen. It shut down on him. So that could be all she wrote. Priority's gone.
Was that a tactical mistake, or was that just Mother Nature not delivering, or both?
It's easy for us to say sitting here in the commentator's booth with a screen in front of us, and, you know, as Pierre decides left or right, chooses the right, and doesn't cooperate. So, yeah, I mean, you know, he makes that call when he's out there, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it might look like it's the right way for you, and I guess that comes with experience. Guys like Sergio Alonso come here one time, fly from Venezuela, where he's at the ISA Games, straight into Fronton. And when the guys are out here warming up, you've got 20, 30 of the best riders in the world. So it doesn't mean they're going to give Sergio a wave even the practice session.
Yeah,
he's
pretty hectic.
He's a young guy, you know.
Look at this.
Bit of a lump as Manny chokes on his chicken. And Johan Florentine's going to end it the way he started.
Yes,
takes off. He's got something taped onto his ear there, and it just shuts him down. So not what we thought it was going to be, but that's the heat all over. So wait for the